Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Wow, no sooner had I finished recording the video that I just uploaded about young Josh Padley coming in as a last minute replacement, and I decided, okay, well that's uploading. I'll just go and look on my tablet for some other things that maybe interesting, and certainly I thought I would watch the press conference unfold, and then I saw something pop up that Daniel Dubois is sick. So Daniel Dubois did not show up to the press conference. The Ring magazine had announced that they had heard that Daniel Dubois was sick and that he was going to be examined by a doctor to ascertain whether or not he would be in shape to fight against Joseph Parker on Saturday. Well, of course, this is the co-main event, World Heavyweight Championship, IBF version thereof. And no news has been released about what ailment, if any, Dubois is suffering from. Wags online, including me, said, is he taking an early knee? And of course, that's just being totally supercilious. I mean, if you're a Daniel Dubois fan, or if just you're a boxing fan, nobody wants to see this fight cancelled, do they? But it raises an interesting question about sickness of fighters. I mean, back in the day, and here I'm sort of, talking like an old man, boxers invariably fought, well, not invariably, but quite often fought when they were under the weather. They had injuries, they had all sorts of things. But these days, these athletes are, they're like Olympic sprinters, right? They're like, a very, very high performance automobile or something. Everything has to be just perfect, or it falls apart. And so I don't even know what sort of, are we talking about a flu? Are we talking about a food poisoning? Sort of you're stuck on the can every 5 minutes. Is he down with some other illness? Nobody is saying anything. I saw Johnny Nelson sort of speculating a little bit, but until there's a medical evaluation, we don't know. But the question that comes to my mind is, well, if they brought out a replacement heavyweight fighter to fight Joseph Parker, is that the right thing for Parker to do, right? Parker fights, pick a name out of the hat. Let's say a Lawrence Okoli. I'm just randomly guessing there, right? Parker then has put more miles on the clock. Maybe Parker takes a loss. There's all sorts of things that could go wrong, which would then derail, possibly, Parker's chance to fight for the IBF Heavyweight Championship of the world. I mean, is this like a 24-hour bug? We've all had it, right? Where, you get up in the morning and you're feeling rough, but 24 hours later, you're fine. Of course, most of us, certainly me, we're not anywhere close to being elite level athletes. And then if you're Dubois' team, and it's determined that you'll be fine by Saturday, do you really want to risk putting him in when he's not quite perfect, or is this all some version of what's the right word? A mind game? Okay, is this some sort of big psychological bullshit story that's intended to throw Joseph Parker off his game? Your guess is as good, if not better, than mine. But if there were to be a replacement fighter brought out, who do you think? I mean, who's in camp, ready for a big fight? I mean, there are lots of heavyweights arriving to watch the fight. I mean, Usyk could probably step in. Usyk's probably the only elite level heavyweight who's always in shape. Usyk sort of, arrives, borrows a pair of gloves and steps into the ring. But no, seriously, I mean, who does? Who does Joseph Parker fight if there's a replacement? And bringing out a replacement, it's Thursday, like night now in Riyadh. I'm making this, what time is it now? I'm making this, it's 10 to 11 Thursday morning my time. And I'm in the same time zone as Los Angeles, and all that sort of stuff. So we're like, what's it, 8, maybe 10 hours behind Saudi Arabia. So, if you flew somebody out, they would not arrive until Friday, quick weigh-in and into the ring on Saturday. That doesn't sound right. I mean, if you were managing a heavyweight fighter, would you say, okay, yeah, we'll go off and you're fighting Joseph Parker? Well, no. I mean, you might throw somebody in at the very last minute just on a flyer with if there was a belt on the line. But to go off and fight Joseph Parker without there being a belt on the line, well, that doesn't seem smart, really. I mean, if the fighter wanted to, you would probably, as a manager, say, well, no, look, this isn't the right thing for you to do. You take a loss, you're not ready, and and if you win, well, you've won, but there's no belts on the line. So I don't know if Dubois is genuinely sick and that this isn't some sort of silly game, which I wouldn't think it would be. I mean, Dubois doesn't seem that kind of athlete, and Don Charles, his trainer, there's nothing in his record which would suggest any bullshittery, skullduggery kind of nonsense. Very disappointing indeed. In fact, possibly like many of you watching, this was the fight that, I know it's not the main event. I mean, we're all, the Beterbiev Bivol rematch is the main show. But for many of us, this was really the fight that I think I was kind of keenest on in some ways. Of course, I'm primarily a heavyweight fan. Anyways, let me know what you think. I'll do my best to get this one up straight away, and by the time it's uploaded, the world may have changed again, hey? But talk about drama. This is like a soap opera or something, isn't it? Anyways, please like, share, subscribe, and have a fabulous day. And maybe I'll see you in another 10 minutes. Cheers. Bye-bye.